They came from the four corners of the earth, the mightiest gladiators from Great Britain, Australia, the USA, Germany, South Africa, and Russia. Together they united to accept the challenge of the international champion contenders in a battle that will decide who is the best in the world.
International heats. And after tonight's show, we'll know just who goes through to our semi-final.
And Ulrika, tonight's competition has a little bit different twist in that we have a three-way playoff between the runner-up countries from the three previous preliminary round heats, essentially giving every nation not yet represented in our semi-finals another chance. And there's no room for complacency because the contender with the lowest score after 3 events is eliminated.
What an exciting prospect tonight's show is, with contenders all the way from Russia, Germany and South Africa. But we mustn't forget what they're playing for tonight, because as well as the great achievement, the winners will each receive a round-the-world trip. And the runners-up will each receive £2,000.
Yes, but before they walk away, they have to walk in. And with that in mind, without further ado, let's meet tonight's contenders. For the women from Germany, Claudia Lederer. Representing South Africa, Lee-Anne Liebenberg. And from Russia, Elena Lebedenko.
Welcome to Gladiators, Claudia. Tell us, what do you do and where do you come from?
I come from Germany. I live in Munich. And I have studied economics, and now I'm an aerobic instructor.
All right. So tell us, are you looking forward to tonight's show?
I hope, and I try and give my best, really. I give my best.
Well, that's good to see. The very best of luck to you. Claudia Lederer.
Elena, great to have you here. Your hometown, and what do you do for a living?
My name is Elena.
I'm from Russia. I live in the city of Moscow. I do sport professionally. I am a professional sportswoman. To be precise, I'm an athlete. I do what in other countries is called a heptathlon.
Do you have the right stuff to take on and possibly beat the Gladiators?
I will try, of course, to perform well. I will try very, very hard.
Thank you.
That was an emphatic da. Good luck.
Now, Lee-Anne, I understand you also speak Afrikaans, but thank goodness you speak English as well. You're a stunt actress. Tell us about the most amazing stunt you've done to date.
Well, I think it was quite a hairy one. You know, the Laurel and Hardy fall. It's very hair-raising. You actually stand in a vertical position and drop to horizontal without moving a muscle. And you actually see the floor coming closer.
So you're very well prepared for Gladiators.
Very much so, yeah.
Well done and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
So now that we've met our female contenders, let's meet the female gladiators they'll be facing tonight.
From the United States of America, Ice and Jazz. From Australia, Delta, Storm and Flame. From South Africa, Sahara and Delilah. From Germany, Power. From Russia, Astra. And from the United Kingdom, Vogue, Panther and Vulcan.
All right, you've met our talented women. Time now to introduce you to our male contenders. From Germany, Galli. Representing South Africa, Peter Peter Brits, and from Russia, Yuri Volkov.
Dennis, welcome to Gladiators. How are you feeling?
I'm really proud to be here to represent my country. I hope we have fun.
I think you will do. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do and where do you come from?
I'm a manager in a bar restaurant in Munich, Germany, and I'm also a fitness trainer in a gym.
Now tell us, you've seen a bit of the competition, the international gladiators and the international contenders. How well do you think you'll do?
I'm not so sure because I'm not used to that, but I will give my best, so we will see about that.
Well, the very best of luck. Dennis Galli!
Yuri, I know you're anxious to compete, but before you do, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living, and where do you come from?
Hi, my name is Yuri. I'm from Russia, from Moscow. I'm 27. I play American football. I like the city and the spectators very much. I hope to perform well. Thank you.
You think you have what it takes to beat the Gladiators?
The gladiators here are very strong, but they're like us, only a bit quicker, but we're mighty.
Sounds confident to me. Yuri, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, a very warm welcome to you, Peter, from South Africa. Now, before we start, you're a very young contender.
Yes, I'm 20 years old.
So you're not nervous about coming up against all these gladiators?
Of course I am. They are big boys.
Now, you are a very talented athlete.
Yes, I'm a professional pole vaulter.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to seeing your talents tonight. Good luck to you.
Now we've met the male contenders, it's time to meet the male gladiators.
From the United States of America, Hawk and Sabre. From Australia, Hammer, Tower and Vulcan. From South Africa, Samson and Impi. From Germany, Giant and Flash. From Russia, Dynamite. And from the United Kingdom, Warrior Raider.
So there you have it. 2 final spots in the semifinals on the line. Let the games begin.
And ready in their atmospheres, in yellow from South Africa, Lee-Anne. In blue from Germany, it's Claudia. In orange from Russia, it's Elena. And they're going to be facing Panther, Ice, and Flame. Over to John Anderson.
Checkpoints for smoke. John Anderson runs his final checks before the start. Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! So one semi-final place left to be contested by the winner of these so far unrepresented countries. And this is the first time we've seen a standing start here at Atmospheres, like a giant metallic barn dance. They get rolling. Lee-Anne in yellow, second appearance in the heats as part of the South African contender stable, up against UK's Panther. Claudia from Germany in blue there, chased by Ice and chilled out of the points. Elena in orange from Russia, followed by Flame, and there's the smoke, 3 points. Claudia from Germany has given Ice the cold shoulder. She's free for pod 1. That should thaw the Ice Maiden. Elena on 1, goes rushing by. Lee-Anne from South Africa tries to limbo back into the points. Panther marks her out. Lee-Anne, go on, girl. Give it some revs. Sees the space for pod 1. Oh, no cigar. The Australian Gladiator Flame, too hot for Elena, pushes her wide. Here's Lee-Anne, free on pod 4, having trouble controlling that metal cage. Off target. Claudia looks to have stalled it, wonders which way to go, sees the gap on 3, and she's going to be out of time. It was like Piccadilly Circus in the rush hour down there. Busy, busy. But despite the congestion, Claudia somehow found space to drive a tank through and left Ice hot and bothered in her wake. 3 points, smoking. Claudia's mum Elizabeth and the rest of the German contingent pleased. After one event, Claudia Germany 3, Elena Russia 3, Lee-Anne South Africa 0.
So we now move into the men's event. In yellow from South Africa, it's Peter. In blue from Germany, it's Dennis. In orange from Russia, it's Yuri. And they're going to be facing Raider, Vulcan, and the Mighty Warrior. Over to John Anderson.
Check pods for smoke. Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1! And John Anderson races for cover as two tribes go to war. Yuri from Russia in the orange clashes with Warrior. Slams the atmosphere into reverse and charges for space. All slammed again by Warrior. Dennis from Germany in blue showing enterprise and leading the Vulcan. 3 points. Peter from South Africa in yellow. Doesn't fancy a face full of smoke. Switches direction, charges for pod 1. Raider keeps him out. Here's Yuri with space. Warrior with the intercept. Oh, not good enough. Straight over the middle. 3 points for the Russian, and he's motoring. Peter from South Africa. Raider marking him out. Warrior slams Yuri into Dennis like the meat in a metal sandwich. Yuri, his head and his atmosphere left spinning. Dennis from Germany, unlucky on 1. Yuri certainly giving the Warrior the runaround, doesn't centre it though. Peter on pod 1. Raider heads him off. There's the whistle. Again, some good defensive work by the Australian Gladiator and his 2 UK accomplices. It was only on rare occasions like this from Yuri when the Gladiators were found wanting. The Russian getting more revolutions from his atmosphere than Warrior.
Well, Yuri, how did you find the event?
Very interesting competition, but I didn't get many points. If I'd played better, I'd have taken more points. But I got 1 hit, so I'm very glad.
Well, you did very well. 3 points. Let's hear it for Yuri. Well done.
After that opener, Dennis from Germany has 3, Yuri from Russia has 3, Peter from South Africa yet to score. Next.
Our international contenders are ready to climb the pyramid. But trying to stop them are our gladiators, Delta, Falcon, and Vogue. And to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
International contenders, ready! International gladiators, ready! 3, 2,
Well, this is going to be fun. It's Delta on Elena, Falcon on Claudia, and Vogue on Lee-Anne. Elena breaks left. Delta ties her up. The pyramid often associated with denial Delta. Vogue struggling with Lee-Anne. Vogue's grounded. The South African is heading for the top on the 10 points. Vogue desperate to get back on terms, but Lee-Anne's crowned herself queen of the pyramid. Vogue unusually vague on this occasion. On the deck, Delta still holding Elena as Falcon tumbles Claudia to the crash mat. But Elena's on the break. Can the Delta spread her wings to catch her? She can't! Elena scores! 7 points for being second to the top. Lee-Anne the first to congratulate her. Claudia's now seen it can be done, but not like that. Falcon a model tackle on Germany's Claudia. The Gladiator a real Claudia shifter. Claudia trying again. Falcon rolls her down like a barrel. This is the situation the Gladiators dread. Vogue and Delta have been slow to recover. Falcon matching her, swoops to conquer again. And there goes the whistle. Congratulations to Lee-Anne and Elena. Commiserations to Claudia. You know, Lee-Anne showed remarkable speed over Vogue. The cover girl couldn't cover the steps to catch her. After 2 events, Claudia from Germany stays on 3. Elena from Russia level with Lee-Anne from South Africa, both on 10.
Our international contenders are ready to climb the pyramid. But guarding their territory are the Gladiators, Rhino, Tower, and Hammer. Over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
international contenders, ready! International gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Rhino is on the Russian Yuri, Tower on the South African contender Peter, and Hammer on Germany's Dennis. Rhino covering Yuri. Oh, and Dennis taking on a real flyer by Hammer. What a dive. Rhino tying up Yuri, rolls the Russian down the steps. Oh, and Peter's escape from the tower. The South African contender leaves the Aussie down under. Yes, 10 points. Yuri starts his climb. Where's Rhino? He's right at the top. Way above his allowed patrol zone, halfway up the pyramid. And Dennis from Germany is there. Hammer's holding him at the summit, making no attempt to push his contender down. Rhino wrestling. Oh, and rolling. Yuri to the ground. It's chaos up there. And John Anderson's got to get a grip on these flagrant gladiator infringements. Rhino's lying on top of Yuri, but the referee has stopped it on 13 seconds. Rhino injured. Well, he's definitely taken a knock as John Anderson summons medical help. Rhino obviously in considerable pain. And quite why Rhino was so high on the pyramid, only he knows. The gladiator way above his allowed patrol zone tumbles down Yuri, and his full 17 stone snaps down on his right leg. Physio Mike Garmston and the Gladiators Dr. Bruce Websdale in attendance. Strapping that leg. And Rhino in a lot of pain every time he moves. The Rhino fans concerned, and so they should be. This new Gladiator has proved to be such a big hit with Gladiator fans. And he'll be devastated if it's a bad enough injury to keep him out of the rest of the series. But we'll keep you updated on his progress as we take him to the medical center. Now let's join Larry Thompson for an update.
In an extremely wild game of pyramid, the following are the results. South African contender was first up the pyramid and set off the buzzer, thereby getting 10 points. German contender had made it all the way to the top platform, and there was an undue amount of wrestling going on there. The onus is upon the gladiator to take the contender down from the top platform. Did not happen. Therefore, the German contender is being awarded second place, 7 points. And the Russian contender, which was the lowest on the pyramid, but his gladiator was not playing him correctly at the patrol zone, is awarded third place and 5 points.
Well, the rules are quite clear. Rhino shouldn't be higher than 7 steps from the summit when waiting for Yuri. Clearly, he's much higher than that. Rhino and Hammer disqualified after 2 events, which means Dennis from Germany and Peter from South Africa stand on 10, while Yuri from Russia's on 8.
Well, that concludes part 1, but a lot more action to come from the National Indoor Arena as International Gladiators continues right after this.
Where we're just about to kick off with our next event. And first up to run the gauntlet, it's Claudia from Germany. And she's going to be facing Jazz, Flame, Panther, Astra, and Delilah. Over to John Forsyth.
Claudia Lederer, 27 years of age, from Munich, Germany, 5'7", just over 8 stones, and she's going to need every inch of it to push through this band of babes.
3, 2, 1.
First, she has to face the music. The American gladiator Jazz slams her against the wall and almost out of the gauntlet. Claudia barging away past into the next one. Claudia put out by the Flame. The Aussie gladiator like a boxing kangaroo with those giant power pads. Flame pushing Claudia wide. All turns her back on Claudia, and Claudia throws her out of the way with contempt. Next, it's Panther. UK gladiator knows how to handle a ramrod. And Claudia's time is up. Good defensive work from the gladiators, but Claudia glad of the rest, lacking the speed and weight to get through this gauntlet. And Mum Elizabeth there applauding.
Claudia, it's a very, very tough event.
Yes, it's a tough event, yeah.
You had some problems with Jazz at the very beginning.
Yes, it's because she was the first position. Maybe I think it would be not so hard if you would stay in the middle or so. I saw it was the first position, and there I needed so much power to come in this, and then I had not enough time to go for the rest.
That's right. Well, that's what Gladiators is all about. It's a tough challenge. And unfortunately, on this occasion, you're still only on 3 points. The other 2 girls are already on 10 points, which means that unfortunately we're going to have to lose you from the competition. But we'd like to give you this medal. And thank you very much for coming on Gladiators. Let's hear it for Claudia from Germany.
So, Germany's Claudia sadly fails to make the cut, but the international event continues.
And next up, it's Lee-Anne from South Africa. She's going to be facing Jazz, Flame, Panther, Astra, and Power. Over to John Forsyth.
South Africa, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
The South African stuntwoman enters the gauntlet, and Jazz pushing her all over the shop. Lee-Anne trying to burrow away under Jazz. This is good work by Jazz, holding her up well. She's through though. Next it's Flame with the power pads, roughing her down and roughing her up. Lee-Anne goes high. Oh, and through! Lee's Panther twisting in the wind. Next is the Russian Astra. Going up the wall, rolls out of it. And John Forsyth enforcing the rules there. Finally, she's charging the power, but the time's out. She's not going to make it. Inches from the end of the gauntlet. How frustrating.
I don't know about you, but that looked pretty rough to me.
Yeah. See for yourself.
You had tremendous trouble with Jazz there at the start, as everybody seems to.
She's a tough cookie, yeah. Definitely. And every gladiator in here is very, very strong.
They certainly are. They gave you a lot of trouble, and I'm afraid on this occasion you picked up no points. Let's hear it from Lee-Anne. Next up to run the gauntlet, it's Elena from Russia. She's going to be facing Ice, Delta, Panther, Sahara, and Power. Over to John Forsyth.
Elena Lebedenko, 24-year-old Russian contender, 5'8", over 10 stones in weight, and more of a chance in this event.
Ready! 3, 2, 1.
Elena gets underway and straight into the American Ice Maiden. Oh, the ice freezes her out. Good recovery and great work from Elena. Into the Australian Delta and past her. Steams into Panther. Can't hold her. Sahara deserts her for Power. The Power being turned on the Gladiator. Elena's over. Unofficial time, 17 seconds. Should be 10 points. I think she's pleased with that, and so are the Russian fans.
Elena, congratulations. That was fantastic. That was truly superb. How did you find it? You look very happy. Let's have a look at your time.
17 seconds.
17 seconds, 10 points. Well done.
Maximum effort rewarded with maximum points. After 3 events, Claudia from Germany is eliminated. Elena from Russia moves to 20, while Lee-Anne from South Africa stays on 10.
And we now move into the men's event with Dennis from Germany. And he's going to be facing Dynamite, Vogue, Vulcan, and Samson.
Well, you probably realise this is Dennis's second appearance in this international season. That's due to injuries, and the German contender stable stands 6 foot and weighs well over 12 stone. Good luck. Dennis steams in. Oh, the Russian Dynamite explodes on him. Gets a knee in there as well. Dennis high on the wall. Dynamite, a megaton gladiator, forces Dennis wide again. Next, it's the American Hawk pushing and parrying with the power pads. Dennis trying to back his way through. Being bashed from pillar to post. A real tussle with the muscle. And Dennis needs the points if he's going to make the cut. Hawk more like a parrot. The talking he does, but time's running out. I think he's got it all wrapped up. There's the whistle, and Germany's Dennis Bitter knows he needed the points to be in with a chance. One of the local children politely expressing an opinion there.
Dennis, that was impossible.
Yeah, that was really a hard job. I made the first wall, and went into a tank.
It's like a brick wall, right?
I just made it through. There was all the power powered out, and then the next guy is like a tank waiting for me. It was like, for me, impossible.
Is your arm okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just a little bit hurt, but I will see how the others do.
We certainly will. No points on this occasion. Let's hear it for Dennis of Germany. Next up, it's Peter from South Africa. He's going to be facing Dynamite. Raider. Vulcan. And Flash. Over to Johannesburg.
South African Peter Brits, 20 years of age, stands over 6 feet tall and weighs in excess of 11 stone.
Gladiators, ready!
The Springbok needs a spring in his step. Oh, and he's got one! Through Dynamite into Hawk, needs to get beyond this zone to better Dennis in the final cut. He's there! Oh, he's into Raider's zone. Raider battling around the bunch. Next, it's the Australian Vulcan. Excellent work from the Gladiator. Vulcanizes Peter with a power pad. Oh, but he goes past him. Next, it's Flash, looking to wipe the floor with him. Oh, look at that! Clean out of the gauntlet. With 7 seconds left on the clock, Peter was sidelined. That means, in accordance with international rules, Peter will restart in the final zone against Flash. The German Flash there, trying to prove that caber tossing is not an exclusively Scottish pastime. John Anderson and Andy Norgate confirming the time. Peter goes wide, Flash covers him, but the German Gladiator then pushes him up and over and down and out, so there's still 5 points to be won.
7 seconds remaining. 3.
So, 7 seconds, a double dollop for Peter. And Flash forcing him down. Oh, he's there! Peter through. Incredible performance from the South African contender. And Peter's total score in competition, 15 points, guaranteeing him a place in the next round.
Really, this was a event that I really wasn't looking forward.
I bet you weren't.
I'm just glad it's over.
I bet you are. Now let's have a look at your timing.
27 seconds.
27 seconds. You pick up 5 points and you're on to the next round. Well done, Peter. Next up, it's Yuri from Russia. And he's going to be facing Giant, Sabre, Raider, Vulcan, and Impi. Over to John Anderson.
Russia, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Yuri needs to get through this gauntlet if he's to stay in the competition. It's as simple as that. Oh, almost as simple as going through Giant. Sabre's next. Sabre with the cut and thrust. He's through straight into Raider. Raider pinning him. He's got to let him go. He does. Next is Vulcan, tries to rub him up and rub him out. The Impi's poised to get stuck in next. Vulcan's got to let him up. Now, has the Imp got the impetus? No, Yuri's through the gauntlet and through to the next stage. What a strong contender this man is.
Yuri, as we saw from the other two that ran through, this is such a difficult event. Talk us through it.
They're very tough guys, but I had to try hard and apply a lot of power, and I made it. Thank you. Thank you all.
Well, let's have a look. The good news is
26 seconds.
26 seconds. You picked up 5 points and you're through to the next stage. Let's hear it for Yuri. Well, Dennis, now that we've seen Peter and Yuri run the gauntlet, I'm afraid your points at 10 points are not high enough to take you into the rest of the competition. You must be very disappointed.
Yeah, I'm really very disappointed. I mean, it was the luck of the Russian that they have a Gladiator was 122 kilos or more, and that was too hard for me. I tried my best. What else can I say?
Well, it's been great to have you on the show. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, I really enjoyed myself very much.
Well, maybe you'll come back sometime in the future. In the meantime, we'd like to give you this, and let's hear it for Dennis of Germany.
So Dennis gets his gong, and we say a sad Auf Wiedersehen pet. After 3 events, South Africa's Peter and Russia's Yuri go through. Down in the medical suite, let's see how Rhino's doing. Producer Ken Warwick is there with Dr. Bruce Websdale and physio Mike Garmston. And they've diagnosed a bad injury. Rhino's ruptured a ligament and fractured a small bone within his knee joint. Bottom line, sadly, Rhino is out for the rest of the season. But in the arena, the competition continues with...
Our preliminary heat marches on. Operating out of the blue scoring barrel from South Africa, Lee-Anne Liebenberg. And using the red scoring markers from Russia, Elena Lebedenko. For the Gladiators, the trio of Vogue, Flame, and Jazz. Over to international referee John Forsyth.
Russia and South Africa, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2.
Let's play international ball. Russia's Elena gets to it. So does Jazz and Vogue. Elena as slippery as an eel. She finally grounds the ball. Crosses to reload. Lee-Anne's a tough cookie. Beating South Africa's champion kickboxer for the past 2 years. Vogue's there. Jazz covering. Lee-Anne catches a napping. Oh, Vogue can't hold the 3 points. Elena slam dunks 2. Excellent opening from the contenders. Elena on Vogue, crashes out of it. Lee-Anne this time gets her fingers burnt with Flame. Elena with the red ball. Out sprints Jazz, and Flame barges the basket over. She should have scored. Lee-Anne whipped out of bounds by Vogue, no messing. Elena again. Vogue's the cover girl. Lee-Anne against the eternal Flame. Flame fired up for this. Elena against Vogue. Oh, very fast. Sells the dummy. 2 points. Lee-Anne. Oh, body swerves the Flame and baskets the blue. Superb performance from the international contenders in that event. Well worth seeing again as Lee-Anne displayed incredible speed and resilience to spin Vogue away and leave her grasping at her apron strings as she headed for the center basket. Jamie Redknapp, eat your heart out.
John Forsyth, I know you looked at the videotape following that Powerball match, and you have a change in the score.
Yes, it clearly states in the rules you cannot push the pod out of the way to stop the other contender scoring. One of the Gladiators pushed the pod, so we're awarding an extra 2 points to Russia.
So Elena Lebedenko wins it 6-5.
And that's fair because in the replay, Elena leaves Jazz for dead, but Flame clearly bundles the basket over, preventing her from scoring. After 4 events, Lee-Anne from South Africa moves to 15, while Elena from Russia climbs to 26.
The men are set to turn on the power using the blue scoring markers from South Africa. Peter Brits. And using the red scoring markers from Russia, Yuri Volkov. For the Gladiators, the team of Warrior, Hawk, and Hammer.
Well, look at this. I thought the Panther season was over. The Gladiators looking more like the Three Stooges with Hawk in fancy dress. It's not like him to want to draw attention to himself.
Over to referee Larry Thompson.
South Africa and Russia, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
This is Gladiators, Hammer, not a commercial for toothpaste.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go, Peter. Oh, leaves the hammer, diving in air. 2 points. Yuri back on his feet to load up. Peter again. Oh, Pat's hook on the head. He's running rings around the Glads. Send the basket, great speed. Yuri again, empty-handed, reloads. Hawk's there. Oh, slips him, unlucky. Yuri fast and tough, as we saw in the gauntlet. Here he is again. This time, up against Hammer. Oh, it's a bundle, not a bungle. And look at Peter with space. 3 points. The Gladiators left red-faced and Peter left without his neck brace. Yuri again. Easily ducks Hawk. Oh, but straight into a wall of Warrior. Peter, incredible speed. Hammer can't control him. Warrior can. Yuri tangled up in that scrum too. Here he comes for another go. Oh, Hammer and Warrior close him down like a vice. And look at this. Where is Hawk? Diabolical defending by the Gladiators, but superb scoring by Peter. Yuri reloads against Hawk. Yes. Oh, fancy footwork. Sorts the Hawk out. 2 points. There's the whistle. Fantastic scoring from Peter Brits. The South African Cyclone deserves a smile.
Yuri, you're a tough guy, and you can take a lot of pounding. With that much pounding, how'd you do out there?
I'm familiar with this feeling of tackling. Those guys were playing well. I'm happy that I managed to get even one ball. It's been very hard. They're very good guys.
Okay, get yourself together because you got the duel to come. And you, my man, Peter, these guys were not ready for your speed, and we all know that speed kills.
Well, Mark, it's the only way I can attack them because I don't have the big bodies and I mean, it's like running into a wall. So I just run it past them.
With your track and field background, does that help in a game like this, or does anything help?
No, I think that's it, though.
Peter, congratulations. Unofficially 11 points in Powerball. Peter Brits from South Africa, something very special.
Guys, there was more contact there than I could handle.
Yeah.
Warrior, the tactics seemed a bit odd. There was nobody guarding the middle goal.
Yeah, well, what we do, don't forget we've got 3 different countries here tonight, and each country plays a different tactic. And I don't think they scored that many points, and I think it was a great game. But don't forget, I mean, those 2 guys they were coming on strong.
They certainly were. Now, Hammer, they certainly looked like they had tactics.
Well, they certainly did. I mean, they got a lot of speed. Look at them, they're great athletes. We just had to try and contain them. If we can put a big shot on and fair, it makes it a bit more spectacular for the crowd, which I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, I think they did as much as I did. Now, Hawk, you look like you'd forgotten to play in the women's competition.
Kim, let me tell you something. These 2 guys are some of the best athletes in the world. And I'll tell you another thing. I want you to look at this young man right here. Look at the size of this guy. He's sweating, he's mean, he's ugly.
I'm looking.
From now on, he's big and hungry. Yeah.
Okay, do you agree with that? Big and hungry.
I don't know about the ugly. Yeah, you're right about the ugly there.
No ugly. Let's hear it for the Gladiators.
Big guys, more like big kids. Kimberly more than a match for them. After 4 events, Peter's on 26, Yuri on 15. Next, get ready for...
So first up on the duel, it's Lee-Anne of South Africa. And she's facing Storm of Australia.
This event should suit the South African champion martial artist. She stands 5'8" and weighs a fraction over 9 stones. Facing her off, the Australian gladiator Storm, who's 2 inches shorter and 5 pounds lighter. And Storm gets to work straight away. She knows she's at a disadvantage, trying to prevent Lee-Anne getting into the swing. And Storm, more like a hurricane up there. Lee-Anne trying to get back into it, but the Storm won't let up. Oh, look at that. Lee-Anne's got to batten down the hatches if she's going to weather this storm of pugil punishment. She knows what to do, but she can't do it. A remarkable variety of blows from Storm, roundhouses, uppercuts, jabs, it's all there. And Lee-Anne relieved she survived to pull 5. And when Lee-Anne came forward, well, she nearly overbalanced. Was lucky Storm didn't finish her off.
Next up, it's Elena from Russia. She's facing Ice of the US. Over to John Anderson.
The cool, calculating Ice Maiden from America, an inch shorter than Elena and 10 pounds lighter. Let's get it on. And Ice sticking it to Elena, rattling her cage, keeping her out of the fight. Lefts and rights and all sorts from Ice. And Elena not returning the fire. And John Anderson reprimanding her. And I don't need to remind you that if she doesn't put up any attacking moves, she's going to be disqualified. Oh, and that's better from Elena, putting in some attacks, some roundhouses. And gets the 5 points, and Ice, devastated, throws her pugil stick down, frustrated by that performance, but more impressive than his performance with the toy trumpet. After 5 events, South Africa's Lee-Anne adds 5 to make her total 20. Elena from Russia adds 5 to make hers 31.
So now we move into the men's event with Peter from South Africa. And he's going to be facing Raider of the UK.
Stands 2 inches taller than his South African opponent and over 4 stones heavier. So let's get this Intercontinental Rumble on. And Peter returns fire. Oh, Raider's got him. Oh, not enough time for even Raider to break out in a sweat. Peter Brits feeling the pits. Raider fancies an aerobic workout up there, and the youngster's happy to follow his lead. Looking at it again, ever so quickly, Raider tickles Peter with a couple of jabs. Peter takes a couple of pops, overbalances, and Raider clumps him round the back of the neck.
Next up, it's Yuri of Russia against Tower of Australia.
Yuri Volkov, 27-year-old former Russian soldier, now an American footballer with the Moscow Eagles, 5'10" and over 13 stones. Faces the Australian Tower of Power, who stands 7 inches taller and weighs over 3 stones more. Oh, and the bombs start being lobbed from the Tower. Tower locks pupil sticks with the Russian contender Yuri. Yuri poking, prodding, and the Tower's in trouble. Is he going to topple? Yes! Yuri demolishes the Tower. 10 points. Yuri Volkov manages to knock off the Gladiator. The fans hail a new Russian Tsar. Great performance of it.
Well, Yuri, to pick up 10 points just as we move into the Eliminator, you must be delighted.
I'm very happy that I've won this event. He's a good and tough guy, but hasn't been lucky.
Well, what excuse have you got, big fella?
No excuse, I'm having a bad day.
Well, let's say no more. Tower of Australia, Yuri from Russia, well done.
After 5 events, Peter from South Africa stays on 26, while Yuri from Russia storms to 25.
So it's Russia against South Africa in both our eliminators. Join us after the break here on International Gladiators. Time, and at stake is a place in our semi-finals. Now, in the women's competition, Lee-Anne's on 20 points, Elena's on 31 points. That's an 11-point difference. Second head start.
Russia, you will go on my first whistle. South Africa, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2,
For a place in the international semi-finals, 24-year-old Elena Lebedenko of Russia commences her run, high and low hurdles. Here comes Lee-Anne Liebenberg from South Africa, or rather, here she doesn't come. Struggling on that first high beam, Elena up the rope and onto the hand ladder. This is Lee-Anne's second eliminator run. She came second to the UK's Janet Allen in the previous heat. Elena onto the rollers and scrambled to the cargo net. Good emphatic eliminator so far for the Russian girl. Lee-Anne onto the rope, leg up. The South African delegation screaming for her. Elena will hit the top of the cargo net, turn right along the runway, and hitch herself up to the furthest zip line. Lee-Anne strong on the hand ladder, and onto the rollers. Picking up speed now. Elena down the zip. The married lady with a 5-year-old daughter splashes down and turns into the graveyard. First, the balance beam. The crowd know that one mistake and she's Russian history, because here comes Lee-Anne onto the zip. But Elena Lebedenko strides up the double-later, and Russia have a place in the ladies' international semi-final. Well done, Elena. Meanwhile, Lee-Anne Liebenberg onto the balance beam, sprints across it. This was her undoing last time, the travelator. She'll beat it first time now, digs deep, grits her teeth, she's there. A superb and exhausted South African contender.
Elena, congratulations. I think you're just about as fine of athlete as we've seen here at the National Indoor Arena. Talk to us about your athletic background, specifically track and field, and how it helped.
I do the heptathlon. I'm a master of sport of international class. I have recently participated in the World Championship, and because of my physical training, it all helped me a lot.
Are you happy? Are you excited? Did you like performing in front of this crowd?
Thank you.
And we say spasibo as well. Congratulations, Elena Lebedenko. Hey, oh, I forgot something.
Well, Lee-Anne, you went through a lot of pain during the eliminator there, and really it didn't start off very well at all.
No, I lost my grip. I don't know what I did. And I just, bad start, loses all your confidence.
Certainly does, but you've done very well tonight. I mean, you were a great fighter. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Very much so, yeah.
The crowd's been behind you, you know that?
I know. Thank you very much.
We'll let you take that away with you, and the very best of luck to you in the future. Let's hear it for Lee-Anne. So before the men's eliminator, let's take a time out.
I assume my name because I'm fast, I'm quick, I'm strong, and when I hit my contender, he's gone in a flash.
I think my name suits me because Sahara is the biggest thing in Africa, and I'm 6'1", and my hair's got the color of the sand.
White Titan. I'm the tallest and heaviest in my team. My height is 190 centimeters and my weight is 120 kilos, and I think this is very serious.
I'm from the Australian Gladiators, and my name is Fury. If you want to find out why my name suits me, then step into the arena.
The reason they call me Tower is because I'm 6'5".
Clearly a lot of in-depth thought went into that name. In the men's competition, Peter has a half-second head start on this eliminator over Yuri. Over to John.
South Africa, you will go on my first whistle. Russia, you will go on my second. 3, 2, 1.
And here they come for a place in the international semi-finals. Peter in green, Yuri in red, and both guys very quick. But Yuri's pulled the time back and onto the road climb. Peter is up first. Yuri loses it a little. 20-year-old Peter Brits on the handbike. Great pedaling. Peter punishing that error by the Russian. Over the rollers and onto the nets. Yuri needs something special to get back into contention. Stumbles up the foot of the nets. Yuri climbing well now. And the Russian stable of contenders getting behind him. But here comes Peter. Down the zip he flies. He really has opened up a yawning gap. Balance beam next. Yuri slides down the zip. 90 feet down to the arena floor. Peter can compose himself now. He's got the time for one final burst up the travelator. Here he comes. He rolls onto the platform to swing into the men's international semi-finals. Peter Brits from South Africa, a superb eliminator. And the South Africans party. Here comes Yuri, stumbles, pulls himself onto the platform. Yuri Volkov from Moscow, great contender.
Peter, huge congratulations. You just threw yourself at absolutely every obstacle in the eliminator.
Really, this is the hard one of the Gladiators. And it's tough, believe me, but I'm glad it's finished.
You're going to come through and back into our semi-finals now, though.
Afraid I have to.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you. This is a memento for today. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for Peter. Well done.
Yuri, nothing to be ashamed about. That was a terrific race. You just ran into a better guy tonight. Your thoughts?
Thanks very much. We've had equal chances, and here the luck played a main part. The luck has been on his side today. The rope failed me. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Birmingham.
Yuri Volkov, congratulations on a great race. So our field for the semi-finals is set. Elena Lebedenko of Russia and Peter Brits of South Africa, our latest addition. Ulrika, that was some great stuff tonight.
It certainly was. It's just a shame we've lost some wonderful people along the way. But, of course, the essence of Gladiators, and indeed international Gladiators, is, of course, there really are no losers.
Indeed.
That's right. And, of course, represented in the semi-finals is the UK, the USA, Russia, South Africa, and Australia.
And that competition will begin next week. Until then, for Kimberly Joseph and Uli, I'm Mike Adamley. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week on International Gladiators. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Win fabulous, now retro prizes just by hitting each numbered segment with a dart on a dartboard. There's that and so much more. Bullseye is next on Challenge. And straight after at 9, which one is it going to be? The chase is on.
Music with more muscle.